Okay, what type of question is this? Question 11a. What square? What square? We are trying to complete the square, isn't it? Okay, completing the square, we need to identify what is that special number that we have to add. And then we need to subtract it again. Okay, so first part, let me just copy down the first part of the question. X squared minus 2x plus 5. Okay? The x squared term, I don't need to do anything to it. Just copy it down. X squared. Then I copy down the minus 2x. Okay, at this point in time, I need to add in a special number. What is this number? Plus 2x. 2x? Why 2x? Okay, recap. We need to look at this number over here. Okay, negative 2. So I add negative 2, I divide it by 2. Then I square it. Okay? Negative 2 divided by 2 because of the coefficient of x. That means you want to skip a step, is it? If you are careful, then yes, you can do that. So now that I have added in a new term, are they equal? No, what must I do? I must subtract it away again. So minus whatever I just added. And back to the original question, plus 5. Yes? So now, I am almost done with completing my square. I need to pay attention to these three terms. We group them together because they will give me the completed square. So this is equals to x minus or plus. This, what is inside this bracket over here? Negative 1, like what Afiq said. So this is equals to x minus 1 square. These three terms give me x minus 1 square. Then I have another two terms. What does this give me? So you can use your calculator, do it carefully, or do your own working. Negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. Negative 1 square is? No, negative 1 square, how much is that? It is equals to 1. Okay, negative 1 times negative 1 is 1. Then I multiply by a negative sign again. So I get negative 1 plus 5 is 4 plus 4. This denominator, it is standard one. It is always a 2 over here. Okay? If you are not sure about your answer at the end of it, don't worry. Just do the side working. How much is x minus 1 square plus 4 equals to? Just expand it. I'm sure everybody knows how to expand carefully. You get x square minus 2x plus 1 plus 4. How much is this? X square minus 2x plus 5. Isn't it the same as your question? So this is a checking step. So I know that this is correct. Okay? Then, based on this, I am now going to compare with the question. And what is my value of A? A is equals to 1. What about B? 4. Okay? If somebody puts negative 1, then the answer is wrong already. Anybody needs me to explain why is it 1 and not negative 1? Okay. Why do you think it is negative 1 anyway? Or because of this negative sign? But please take note. Here we have negative A, right? Right? The question says negative A, right? Okay, hang on. We compare directly. Is this my negative A? The blue color highlighted part, are they the same? They are the same, isn't it? So since the sign is the same, negative, negative, then what is the value of A? We compare it exactly as they are. So A must be equals to 1. If you choose to put A to be negative 1, then your answer will be different already. Okay, Sophia? Okay, now, important one, always come out for exam. Hence. After they ask you to complete the square, hence solve. This equals to 40. Guarantee you will come out. Okay? So how do we do that? We look at x squared minus 2x plus 5. This is what we have already done. X squared minus 2x plus 5 is equal to x minus 1 squared plus 4. So hence means I must use my answer from the previous part. And that will give me x minus 1 squared plus 4. How much is this equals to? Yeah, it's equals to x squared minus 2x plus 5, right? But according to my question in part B, it is equals to 40. This very simple step, you get 1 mark. Good deal, right? This is 1 mark already, So what happens next? Yeah, how do you move the 4 over? Minus 4 on both sides. So we get x minus 1 square equals to 40 minus 4. Okay, so I'll just save some space, I'll write 36. Then how? Should I expand? Then I get ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. Then I use my quadratic formula. What should I do? Yeah, I should square root both sides. Because the moment you expand everything out, you use your quadratic formula, then you won't get the 2 marks. Okay? So next one over here will be x minus 1 equals to plus minus square root of 36. Because when you take square root, you introduce the square root sign, you must have plus minus. Okay? You introduce the square root, you must have plus minus. There are 2 answers. Therefore, x will be equals to 1 plus 6 or 1 minus 6. This will be 7 or negative 5. Can? Who needs more time for this? Okay, moving on. Now solve 2x minus 1, x plus 5 equals to 0. How to solve? Expand and then use quadratic formula? Yes? Who thinks you should expand and use quadratic formula? Not a very good idea. It will work, but it's not a very good idea. Not worth it for 2 marks. There is an easier way. Something times something equals to 0. Okay, what is the shortcut? Something times something equals to 0. One of it must be equal to 0, isn't it? So, I have 2x minus 1 equals to 0 or x plus 5 equals to 0. One of this must be true. In fact, it could be both true. So now, x will be equals to 1 over 2 or x equals to negative 5. Okay? Next one, solve x squared equals to 5x. How do we do this? Should I divide by x on both sides? Should I square root? How to square root 5x? This is a quadratic equation. How many ways to solve quadratic equation do you know? How many ways to solve? 3, 4. Now we know 4 already because we have graph also. Right. So we have our completing a square, we have factorization, we have quadratic equation, the formula, and we can use a graph. So which one do you think is the best approach for this particular question? Factorize? Okay, how do I factorize this? I need to move 5x to the left hand side. By moving, I mean I subtract by 5x on both sides. So I will get x squared minus 5x equals to 0. Okay, now you have all the options. Either your quadratic formula, completing a square, or factorizing. Now it looks like factorizing may be a good choice. Let's see what happens. Take out the x minus 5 equals to 0. Okay, so what's the answer? Yeah, x equals to 0 or x equals to 5. Yeah, these are the two options. So x equals to 0 or x minus 5 equals to 0, implying that x is equals to 5. So these are the two answers. X equals to 0 or 5. Okay, we can use our quadratic formula, but it is going to be tedious because then we will have x equals to minus negative 5 plus minus square root of negative 5 square b squared minus 4 times 1 times c, which is 0, divided by 2 times 1. Wow, so much work just to get 0 or 5. It's okay if you want to do that, no problem, but it's a bit more work. Okay? Equals to dot dot dot. Next question. By the way, for this question, you must show me this step. You must show me this step before you can get the full marks. Some of you are very expert in using our calculator to give you the answers straight away to quadratic equations. I guarantee you, if you just use your calculator, you write down the two correct answers, you still get 0 marks. Because you are not showing me the method. Even Sec 4 students, sitting for O levels already, they still do that. They don't want to show me the working. 0 marks. Okay, next. 3 to the power n times 3 to the power 4 equals to 1 over 3 to the power 2. Find the value of n. Okay, how do we tackle this question? What should we do? Deja, what do you think we should do for this? Make one of the thing the whole number. How do you make it a whole number? Do you notice any common numbers? 3, right? Then where are the unknowns? The unknown is n, which is a power, isn't it? How do we solve equations where the power is unknown? There is what you have only learned one way to do this. The power is unknown. How do we solve this sort of question? Only one method. Yeah, we have to make them all the same base using indices. So what is the same base? What is the same base? 3. The same base is 3. Okay? Because here I have 3 to the power n, here I have 3 to the power 4, here I have 3 to the power 2. But the 3 to the power 2 is in the denominator. Okay, let's see what we can do. 3 power n times 3 power 4 equals to 3 to the power negative 2, yes. Because 1 over 3 squared is 3 power negative 2. Okay, go and revise your indices. So now with this, they all have the same base, right? Then can I combine this together? Is it 9? So be 3 to the power n plus 4. You all have forgotten, This is equals to 3 power negative 2. 3 times 3 is 9, yes. Okay, I will show you another method of how we can do this later on. Okay, so far I have 3 to the power of n plus 4 equals to 3 power negative 2. So what do I do next? Yeah, just compare the powers, right? Because the base is the same. So n plus 4 equals negative 2, n equals to? How much is n? Negative 2 minus 4 equals to negative 6. Okay, this is one method. What other methods do you have? Some of you immediately want to evaluate this. Then you want to evaluate this, right? What do I mean by evaluating? That means you do this. 3 to the power n times, what's 3 to the power 4? 81, is it? You are not helpful. That's a question you all don't want to answer. Okay, times 81 equals to 1 over 9. So 3 to the power n is equals to 1 over 9 times 81, which is 1 over 729. Right? Then you realize that, okay, very difficult to realize it. This is actually equals to 3 to the power of negative 6. Then you continue to say that n equals to negative 6. This is also possible, but you must recognize that this over here is actually 3 to the power of 6, which is quite difficult. Generally, we only know power 2, power 3, right? Maybe at most power 4. Power 6, nobody go and memorize one. So the best way is still to do it by comparing the powers over here. Okay, this is the preferred method. I don't know what you say. Which one? No, wait. Which part I don't understand? By dividing, is it? Oh, okay. So what she did was, yeah, also can. 3 power n equals to 1 over 3 square divided by 3 power 4. So she got 3 power negative 2 divided by 3 power 4 equals to 3 power negative 2 times, this is minus 4. So equals to 3 power negative 6. So n equals to negative 6. Yeah, okay. Okay? So many ways to do it. Now next one. 7 power x minus 5 plus 1 equals to 2. Again, the power is, the unknown is in a power. So I know eventually I will need to compare powers. So I need to make them all have the same base. But this one look a bit difficult. What's the base? Okay. Ali says 7. Afiq says 14. Any other bases that you can think of? 8. Okay. Can we just simplify it first? Can we simplify it? 7 power x minus 5 equals to 1, right? Right? Not very complicated. I just minus 1 on both sides. 1 is equals to 7 to the power of? Yes? So do I have the same base now? Yeah, I have the same base. So what do I compare? Yeah, 7 power 0 is 1. Wait, you hang on first. Sophie, you had a question? This step you understand? Okay, the next step you don't understand, is it? 7 power 0 is 1. Do you agree? Yeah. So whenever you have the unknown in a power, we need to compare the bases. We need to compare the powers. That means the bases must be the same. And since I have the base as 7 on the left hand side, I have to change the right hand side to a base 7 also. And it is easy to do so because anything to the power of 0 is 1. So that is why I chose it to be 7 power 0. I could have written 5 to the power of 0, but that doesn't help me solve it. I could have written 4 to the power of 0. That doesn't help me solve it. But when I choose to write it as 7 power 0, then now I can have the same base. I can compare the powers. And therefore, x minus 5 equals 0, x equals 5. Okay? Yes, Rabialto. 7 plus 1. 7 plus 1 equals to 8. Wait, 7 plus 1 equals to 8, and then? Like that, is it? Equals to? Why? But why is 7 power x minus 5 plus 1 equals to 8 power x minus 5? But they are not equal. They are not equal. There is which law, which rule do you apply for this? You cannot make out your own one. Okay? Nope. This is not accepted. Any other variations that you have? Otherwise, I'll move on. Okay. The interior angle of a regular polygon is 135 degrees. How many sides does the polygon have? So we need to use our formula. Okay? Interior angle of regular polygon is equals to n minus 2 times 180 degrees divided by n. Is this the first time you are seeing this? Okay, this is what we need to use. But I will show you how this is derived. For example, shape, number of sides, number of triangle, total interior angle. Okay, so now I have a triangle. Polygon is a shape with straight lines as the sides, so no curves. Okay? Okay. Triangle. How many sides does it have? 3. How many triangles do you see in the picture? What is the total interior angle? Okay, now next I have a square. How many sides does it have? Can I split this into triangles? You can split it like this, right? So how many triangles do I have? 2 triangles. What is the total interior angle? How do you know it's 360? You can use 90 times 4, or we can look at it this way. What is the sum of angles over here? These 3. 180, right? Then what about these 3? Also 180, isn't it? So how many times of 180 do I have? 2 times, okay. 2 times 180 degrees. Okay, so total is 360 lah. Okay, what about a 5-sided figure? A 5-sided figure. How many triangles can I divide this into? Can I divide like that? Let me zoom in. Okay, 5-sided figure, I divided this into 3 triangles. So 3 triangles. What is the total interior angle? So here, and here, that's 180 already, isn't it? Then another one, 2, 3. Then one more. Add them all up. I will get a total interior angle, isn't it? So what is the total? 3 times 180 degrees. Right? Now, I hope you are seeing a pattern already. Let's go on to a 6-sided figure. A hexagon. Again, I'm going to divide this into triangles. Okay, so 6-sided figure, how many triangles do I have? 4. So what is the total interior angle? 4 times 180 degrees. Okay, so what is the relationship? Now the last one, the general case. And I'm going to draw a polygon with many sides. I don't know how many sides. I'm not going to complete it, but I'll call this n-sided. Okay, let's say it has n sides. So how many triangles do you think I can draw? Look at the pattern. N minus 2. I will be able to draw n minus 2 triangles. So then, what is the total interior angle? Times 180 degrees. This is the total interior angle. Okay? This is the total interior angle of an n-sided polygon. Any questions so far? Why -2? Because based on this pattern, it is always -2. 5-sided figure will have 3 triangles. 4-sided figure will have 2 triangles. 3-sided figure will have 1 triangle. You see a pattern? Sophia, how many sides? This one. How many sides does this shape have? 3 sides. So how many triangles do you see? 1. How many sides are there over here? 4. How many triangles do you see? 2. How many sides are there here? 5. And how many triangles do you see? 3. So on and so forth. So we see that, we notice that there is a relationship. We always -2. -2, -2, -2. Likewise, -2. Okay? Then, if I say that it is a regular polygon, regular, like in this question, so it tells us that all interior angles are the same. So then, since I know the total interior angle, can I find just one? I can just divide, right? For example, if this is a equilateral triangle, I know that the sum of angles will be 180 degrees. So what is one angle? 60. How do you know? Divide by 3, right? So if it is a square, what is one angle? 360 divided by 4. So if it is a pentagon, regular pentagon, one angle will be this one divided by 5, divided by the number of angles. If it is a regular hexagon, total angles will be 720 degrees. One angle will be divided by 6. So if I have n sides, total angles is this. One side will be divided by what? N log. N sides ma. So total divided by n. Okay? So that is why I initially said that one interior angle of regular, of regular n-sided polygon is equals to n minus 2 times 180 divided by n. Okay? You can choose to memorize this, or you can choose to understand it. Then it will be very easy for you to derive it. Okay? Did it take you very long to understand? Quite okay to follow this logic, right? So actually, all your maths topics got logic one. You understand all the logic, it makes your revision easier. So you won't end up like studying a totally different subject at every time. Then you have to memorize, and then you squeeze so much information in your brain, you have a very hard time. Understand it, internalize it, and apply it. Okay? So that is hopefully how you'll be studying for maths. So now, this, how much is this equals to? Yeah, this is equals to 135 lah. And I have one unknown with one equation, I can solve it. So I draw across. This is 135 over 1. So my next step will be n minus 2 times 180 is equals to 135n. Then you solve for n yourself, you realize that n is equals to 8. Okay, not going to do that for you, do it yourself. Next question. Okay, 5.7 million in standard form. This one, this type giveaway question on. Giveaway means you are expected to score full marks. 5.7 million is equals to 5.7 times 10 to the power 6. Okay, because 1 million has 6 zeros. You can choose to do it this way. 5, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equals to 5.7 times 10 to the power 6. Then, either way, you still get the same answer. Okay? Now, those aged 65 and above constituted 11.2% of the population. This of over here refers to multiply. Multiply by the population. How much is the population? This is 5.7 times 10 to the power 6. Find the population aged 65 years and above, leaving the answer in standard form. So, the answer will be number equals to 11.2% times 5.7 times 10 to the power 6. And 11.2%, I can change it into a fraction or a decimal. This is 11.2 over 100 times 5.7 times 10 to the power 6. That gives me 638,400. Okay, is this the answer they want? No, this is not in standard form yet. Standard form. Okay, when you want to convert to standard form, you must find the decimal point. Where's the decimal point? At the start, here? Here? You mean here? Okay, there's a decimal point here, right? Right? So now I must move my decimal point. Move it to where? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I stop here. Why do I stop there? Because for standard form, it looks like this. A times 10 to the power of n, where A is greater than 1. Greater than or equals to 1, but smaller than 10. The first number in your standard form is between 1 to 10. Okay, it can be 1, but it cannot be 10. So it can be 9.99999, but it cannot be 10. Okay? The smallest value of A is 1. You cannot have 0 point something for your standard form. So in this case, I place it over here. I will end up with 6.384 times 10 to the power of something. Now, this number over here, is this between 1 and 10? So yes, that is why my decimal stopped here. Then times 10 to the power of what? How many times did I jump? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Times 10 to the power of 5. So this is my answer. 6.384 times 10 to the power of 5. Should I round off to 3SF? Should I round this off to 3SF? No, because it is exact. No reason to round it off. Okay? Next, the land area of Singapore was 700 square kilometers. Calculate average number of people living per square kilometer, leaving answer correct to 2 decimal place. So, number of people per square kilometer, I just take the population divided by 700, right? It's a primary school question, concept-wise. But it's just that later on they want to leave it in 2 decimal places. So, total population was 5.7 million. So, number of people is equals to 5.7 times 10 to the power of 6 divided by 700. We can choose to write this as 57,12345 over 700. Up to you. As long as you key into your calculator properly, you will get the correct answer. This is equals to 8142.85. How many significant figures should I use? Should I use 5? Or should I use more? Or should I base it on the number of decimal places? Should I leave my intermediate step in terms of SF or decimal places? Decimal places. Because the question wanted 2 dp, right? So my intermediate step must have more than 2 dp, otherwise how I round off? I cannot just stop at 8.5 because I cannot round off to 2 dp. I must have more. So 0.8571. Okay? I kiasu, I like to put 2 more. So round off to 2 dp, 8142.86. So this is my answer. Alright? Now, 16A. $10,000 to invest for 4 years. This is my principal. Okay? Then Janet. Okay, there are two people. Janet invests at 3% per year. How many percent does she get a year? Anissa, how many percent does she get a year? According to the question, 3%, right? Per year compound interest. What is the formula that we can use for compound interest? It will be given to you. That is AN equals to P times 1 plus R over 100 to the power of N. This is the formula given to you on page 2 of your exam paper. You need to know how to apply this. Okay, it says total sum. Okay, it's equals to this. But what do they mean by total sum? Is this the interest? No, this is the principal plus interest. Okay? Any questions so far? This is the principal plus interest. Huh? So what does the P stand for? Principal. What does R over here stand for? Interest rate per period. Not just the interest rate. Interest rate per period. What about this N over here? The period. Okay? So before I do this question, I must find out what is the value of R. I must find out what is the value of N. Okay, interest rate per period. What is one period in this question? Yeah, one period, according to this question, one period is 1 year. Okay, so what is the interest rate per year? 3. So R is equals to 3. Not 3%, it's equals to 3. Okay, what about N? What is the value of N? How many periods are there? 4 periods, because there are 4 years. So substitute inside. Okay, so this will give me 10,000. 1 plus 3 over 100 to the power of 4. Take note that this is the total sum. So if I want just the interest, what do I need to do? Minus P. Okay? So interest is equals to 10,000. 1 plus 3 over 100 power 4 minus 10,000. You will get an answer, round it off, and you will arrive at 125.10, 2 dp. Reason is because money, dollars, we can go down to the nearest cent. What is the 3 dp? So this will be 1255.09. Okay? 2 dp. So now I have Max, another person, investing it at 3% per year compounded monthly. We can use the same formula. But like I said, I need to know what is the value of R and the value of N. What is the value of R, Irfan? Come, hurry up, hurry up. 3. Huh? 3 out of 12. Now you change your answer. Yeah, exactly. Remember that in the formula, the R over here is interest rate per period. And this N over here is the number of period. So what is the period in this question? Yeah, the period is 1 month. So 3% per year, we have to divide it by 12 to get the interest rate per month. Because one period is now 1 month. So 3 over 12, that is equals to 1 over 4. Or 0.25 lah, if you like. Okay? So what is the number of periods now? How much? 12? Does he put it in only for 12 periods? How long did he put inside? 12 times 4, because 4 years. There are 48 periods. and each period the interest rate is 0.25%. Okay, so now I can substitute it inside here. Total sum is equals to P times 1 plus R over 100 to the power of n. That is 10,000, 1 plus R, which is 0.25, over 100 to the power of 48. And how much will you get? 1,273.88. Okay, this is what you have. Do I need to minus the principal? Do I need to minus the principal? No need. You must read the question. They say total sum. Total amount. Wait. Okay, please change the question. Total amount after 4 years. Okay, please change the question. Then this will be the answer. Because when they say total amount that he will earn, then it sounds like they're asking for interest, right? Yeah. So if that is the case, then we should minus the principal. But now I want you to practice the type of question when they say total amount after 4 years. That means I want you to include the principal. Okay, so this is what we'll have. Change the question. Okay. Now question 17. In the diagram, CDE is a straight line. This one is a straight line. BD is 25 cm. Here we have 7 cm, and over here we have 90 degrees. It is a right angle triangle. Calculate the length of BC. This part over here. How to do that? Okay, BC. How? Pythagoras theorem. Any other ways to find it? So what will you use? Sine, cosine, or tangent? You want to use cosine. Meaning you want to use cosine of this angle to get these two, is it? That means you found the angle. Then you found the angle, then you use tangent of that angle equals to opposite over adjacent. Then you found opposite. It will work. But do you end up with decimal places? You end up at decimal places, right? What if we just use Pythagoras instead? Can we do that? Yeah, we can, right? Don't overcomplicate things, but you are not wrong. It will still work. Okay, so now let's try using Pythagoras. So I know that BC square plus CD square equals to BD square. Okay, so BC square plus 7 square equals to 25 square. So I continue to work it out. BC will be equals to 24. Sophia, your answer was very close, right? 24.000 something. After you rounded off. 23.99. See? Almost there. But because you had some rounding off in the middle, so you didn't get an exact value. Okay, in this case, we could have just used Pythagoras theorem. So next, without finding the value of angles, but Sophia already found the angles. Without finding the value of angles, write as a fraction what is tangent DBC. This one we know that it is 24 cm already. What is tangent DBC? DBC. Okay, tangent. Tangent of this angle equals to opposite over adjacent. Opposite of the angle will be 7 over 24. That's it. Okay, now part 2. Sine BDE. Where is BDE? BDE, oh no. BDE over here. Part 1, is it? Oh, DBC. Okay, now part 2, sine BDE. BDE is over here, this angle. How to take sine of this angle? Is there a right angle triangle? For this one? You don't have, if I join it up like that, I don't get a right angle triangle. Then how? How to find sine of this angle? Cosine rule? What will you use? There is an easier way. Okay? Let's find what? BDC. You want to find the angle? Are you saying you want to find the angle? But they say don't find the angle. Okay. Okay. We are going to be using this. Sine theta equals to sine 180 degrees minus theta. Remember this one? Okay. So if I want to find this, let's say I call this theta. Oh. Let's say I call this to be, what happened? Oh no. Huh? Oops. So what should I do? Press the I. This one? I don't know. Oh, okay. Okay, so now I will call this to be theta. Right? I want to find sine of BDE. Sine of this angle is equals to sine of 180 degrees minus theta. What is 180 minus this angle? This one. This one over here is 180 degrees minus theta, isn't it? Right? This is 180 degrees minus theta. So instead of finding sine of BDE, which is what the question wanted, I can find the value of sine BDC because they are the same. Okay, so this is equals to sine of 180 degrees minus BDE, which is sine BDC. Right? They are the same thing. So now, sine of this angle over here, isn't that very easy already? What is sine of this angle? Opposite over hypotenuse, 24 or 25. Ken? Any questions? This is also a very popular question. Basically, they are testing you on your knowledge for this. So now the last part of this question, cosine BDE. Now let me erase all these first. Part 3, cosine BDE. Where is my cosine of BDE? BDE, it's the same angle again. Cosine, let's call this theta. Cosine theta is also equals to negative cosine 180 degrees minus theta. This is the next thing they are testing you. And I want cosine of this angle. Over here, we again have 180 degrees minus theta because adjacent angles on a straight line They have a sum of 180 degrees. So now, I cannot straight away find cosine theta because I do not have my right angle triangle. However, if I apply this relationship, I will get negative cosine BDC. Right? Because this is my 180 minus theta, BDC. Okay, now it is easy to do cosine BDC. BDC, cosine will be adjacent over hypotenuse. So 7 over 25. Negative 7 over 25. With a negative sign. That came from our formula. Okay, so this is equals to negative cosine 180 degrees minus BDC. Sorry, BDE. And that is negative cosine BDC. This is negative 7 over 25. Okay? You mean the relationship for sine, is it? Don't have negative. Yeah. Sorry? Why cosine need to put negative, is it? You go and watch my video again on this topic. I explain why cosine there is a negative, why sine don't need to change. Okay, go and find in your Google Classroom the topic. Okay, next one. Enlargement from here to here. Find the scale factor. We take the final equals to final over initial. Which one can we compare? We can compare these two lah. Alright, so 4.4 over 3.3 equals to 4 over 3. This is scale factor. Easy, ah? Better know how to do this. Find the length of KL. Where is KL? Oh, over here. So, of course, I will need to compare with this one, isn't it? So, I know that final over initial is equals to 4 over 3. So, 6 over KL equals to 4 over 3. Therefore, 6 times 3 equals to 4 times KL. Okay, I did this. Yeah, you can directly divide if you want to also. And then you will get KL equals to 18 divided by 4 to be 4.5. Six divided by? You press your calculator, 6 divided by 1.3, what do you get? You sure or not? Yeah, you didn't. But if you divided it by 4 over 3, then you will get a correct answer lah. Okay, find the reflex angle NML. NML. Reflex angle meaning this one. Reflex angle, not acute angle. NML, acute will be this yellow angle, whereas reflex will be this green color angle. Okay, so what is the green color angle? 360 minus 52. So angle NML equals to 360 minus 52 degrees. What is the reason? Angles at a point, they have a sum of 360 degrees. So this is equals to 308 degrees. No, you must write reason. We always tell you to write reason, right? Depending on the marker lah. I will minus mark. Huh? Yeah. Mr. Aziz and myself, we set the paper. I can't remember. Okay, next. Over here we have a straight line. What is the equation of a straight line? Y equals to mx plus c. Okay, what is the value? What is this m referring to? M is the gradient. What is the c referring to? Y-intercept. Okay, did they give you the equation of this line? What is the equation of this line? Is this of the form y equals to mx plus c? Compare with y equals to mx plus c. Are they the same? Do I have y over here? Do I have just y? Because over here is just y, right? So I don't have it. So what must I do? Divide by 3 on both sides. And I will arrive at y equals to 12 divided by 3, you get 4 lah. Okay? So now, is it of the form y equals to mx plus c? Okay, can you tell me what's the gradient? Negative 4 over 3. And what is the y-intercept? 4. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so state the gradient. They didn't even ask you to calculate. You can just write down. So this is negative 4 over 3. Okay? Then find the coordinates of A. Coordinates of A. Okay, A is over here. A will be, what is the x coordinate? 0, comma, 4. How do you know it's 4? Yeah, that's the y-intercept. This is over here 4. Okay? So coordinates 0, comma 4. No brackets, 0 mark. Meaning, you write your answer like that, then you'll see me with my red pen, 0. Okay? You must have the brackets. Now find the coordinates of B. Over here. Okay, for B, which coordinate do you already know? What? How much is that? 0, yeah. Because it is on my x-axis, isn't it? So my y value is equal to 0, so what's my x value? So I substitute lah. Substitute y equals to 0. Therefore, 0 equals to negative 4 over 3 x plus 4. Then x will be equals to 4 divided by 4 over 3. 3, yeah, 3. Can I just write it down like that? Because that's not the coordinate, right? I need a full working, the full coordinate, 3, 0. Okay, x coordinate is 3, y coordinate is 0. Calculate the length of AB. Okay, now I don't need my equation. We know that this value over here is 4, this value is 3. So find the area of this triangle. How to find? We know two formula for finding area of triangle. Half AB sine C and half times base times height. Which one is easier to use here? Okay, so area of triangle. What do they want? Oh no. Oh, length, sorry. Asking for length only, not area of triangle. This one over here is 3, So what is the formula for length of a line segment? Do you remember? Length of line segment is equals to square root of x1 minus x2 square plus y1 minus y2 square. Okay? You can use Pythagoras. In fact, this is how we use Pythagoras to get this. So if you use this formula, if you memorized it, then you'll be substituting. Over here we have 0, 4. and over here we have 3, 0. You'll be substituting these values inside, and you will get a correct answer. But if you choose to just apply Pythagoras straight away, in this case it's very easy to do so, because over here I have 4 units, over here I have 3 units. So how much is this? Huh? Yeah, calculate the length of AB ma. So this diagonal line segment, the diagonal line segment will just be square root of 4 square plus 3 square equals to 5 lor. Okay? Instead of using the formula, I can just use Pythagoras. In this case only. Because they are very nice to you, they put the coordinates, they put the points at the x and y axis. Otherwise, you will need to substitute inside here. Okay? So over here we have AB is equals to 3 square plus 4 square equals to 5 units. Then calculate the area of OAB, that is half times 3 times 4, and we get 6 units, 6 square units. Okay? Calculate the length of the perpendicular from O to AB. Where is this perpendicular from O to AB? It looks like the middle, but it's not exactly the middle lah. Okay? It is perpendicular over here. Okay, how to find this red line? Yeah, we use the area. Because area is half times base times height, right? We saw that the area of the triangle is area of triangle equals to 6. This is also equals to half times base times perpendicular height. This perpendicular height is what I have in red. Then where is this base over here? What is this base? AB, yeah. And that is 5. This is equals to 6. So perpendicular height equals to 12 over 5 equals to 2.4 units. Okay, this is the answer for part F. Okay, next lesson we are going to continue, finish up paper 1 and move on to paper 2. Yeah, and 9.5.